Are you emotionally ready to be a father? Let's talk about it. This is Uncle Stu, and I want to really have a conversation with you on this idea, this concept of becoming a father. It doesn't matter how old you are when it starts with being a father. I've talked to many fathers, and me being a father and a grandfather, I notice that there's a universal kind of emotions and feelings. I also know that many of us, even if we grew up with a father, is still unprepared as a father because each generation is different. What my father did to parent me, I did something different when it came to my own children. And in these times, being a grandfather and seeing what I call the real nuances of life and society, I definitely can say that fathering today is totally different than in my generation. So in this video, I want to bring out and share with you those nuances, and not only that, but how to get through it. Things that we have to talk about that many sites don't even talk about or discuss. Conversations that you need to have with yourself, with the mother of your child, and even with extended family members. We need to discuss both the good and the bad. And hopefully through this conversation, it will bring up new thoughts and new feelings and new things that you can be able to start to engage everyone that's around you, and also have those tough conversations that we need to have. Why? Because we want to avoid as much issues and problems before they arise. So let's get into this video. As you prepare to become a father, there is one thing I want to really emphasize. I want you to take time to recognize everything that you are feeling at this moment, at this time, in preparing to become a father. I ask you right now to really look at what are some of the feelings that you have. How are you really feeling about being a father? Are you reflecting on your relationship with the mother or the relationship with the child? Let me give you a nugget. How you feel about the child may be totally different than how you feel about the mother. And I know that these are two different conversations, but I need men to really understand that there are two different emotions. You may love the woman and love the child and love them as a unit, or maybe you're having feelings because maybe there's a certain feeling that you may like her as a woman, but maybe you didn't like her for motherhood. Those are real feelings, and they're bigger conversations than what I want to have here. But I want you to understand that I'm aware of those situations as well. So what are you feeling? Are you scared? Are you nervous? Are you angry? Or are you confused? Or is it everything all together in one pot? Write it in the comments below and let me know how you're really feeling in the sense of being ready to be a father. These feelings are real, and we need to be able to write those feelings down and be able to really take a deeper dive and find out, why do we feel the way we feel? Is it because maybe we didn't grow up with the father, so we really afraid about being a father? Or is there some residual things that happened in the past in your own child life and you fear bringing that up in your child's life? What happened to you in your childhood does not mean that you're going to carry it into your adulthood and into your fathering, as long as you're aware of those things. I want to say this to you in the sharing part, especially as men. In becoming a father, speak to fathers. Speak to men who has children, raising children, they're parenting children. And if your father is in your life, speak to him about your feelings, what you're going through. This can be a great time for you to bond with your father or your grandfather or your uncles or other fathers who been through, what you're getting ready to go through. This will help solidify your feelings and maybe even be able to talk out some things that we need to be able to talk out as fathers. The reason I advocate not to speak to men who don't have children is because they don't understand through experience what you're going through. Fatherhood is not something you can pick a book up and read and have all the instructions. It just don't work that way. Fatherhood is not always based on other people's experiences because each child is different, each relationship is different, and fathering can look different to different men in different situations. So my advice is definitely going to be get around men who are fathering their children, who are actively involved in their child's life. Learn some of the skills and things that they do or had to learn along the way. Take the good and throw away the bad. This is a learning process. This is a long-term education. So the first step in becoming a father and becoming a dad is to recognize what is dad feeling in the moment, in the hour, in the week, in the day. And I purposely set them in random orders because our emotions and our feelings and our thoughts and our views are sometimes just that, extremely random. And it is okay. It is okay. So I say to you, at the beginning of this series on becoming a father, becoming a dad, is to recognize your emotions and to recognize that some of those feelings, some of those thoughts, some of those fears is real, and it's okay. And you and I will get through this together. If you like what you hear and you like this type of advice for new fathers, hit that like button for the algorithm. Subscribe to this channel for more videos that's going to be dealing with fatherhood, manhood. And I'm going to be honest, I also speak to women and I will be doing videos for them as well because I want to see you and your family whole. This is Uncle Stu. Peace.